Well, hello, welcome again to our reading of the Book of Revelation, which I'm going through fairly slowly, and I'm still in chapter 1, verse 17. Kai hoti eidon auton epesa prostus podos autou hos nekros. Kai theken ten dexian autou ep eme legon. Me phobu. Ego emi hot protos kai hot eskatos. Kai hotzon kai egenomen nekros, kai euduzon emi es tus ionos ton ionon, kai ego tas kles tu thanatu kai tu heidu. And when I saw him, there's that Adon, aorist from horao, epesa, now this is from pipto, is the verb, and the future is pesumai, it's a contracted middle. And then epeson, it's normally a strong aorist. Here we're getting a weak aorist ending. You see this commonly in the New Testament, and for this verb you will actually see this weak aorist even earlier in Greek, even in late classical Greek. So you learn this as epeson, which is probably the more correct form, but here we get the weak aorist. From pipto I fall. So when I saw him, I fell, prostus podos autou, at his feet, hos nekros. Now, nekros is an adjective, but it can also be a noun, so it's either as though I were dead, or it could be just like a corpse, another possible meaning of nekros. Kai etheken ten dexion autou ep emu legon. Etheken, this is the aorist from tithemi, and it looks like a kind of perfect form, but this is the aorist from tithemi. So he placed ten dexian autou, his right hand, ep eme, well, it's probably on me or perhaps towards me. It's taking an accusative here. Epi has a huge range of meanings. If you look up epi in the large Liddell and Scott lexicon, you'll see pages and pages on epi. The meanings are a little bit less in the New Testament, but it's still, it's a funny word. It sort of means in my direction. So he placed his right hand perhaps upon me, towards me, legon, saying, me phobu, this is from phobeamai, and this is the middle imperative, do not be afraid. Ego eimi hot protos kai hot eskatos. I am the first and the last. Kai hotzon, and the one living, this is a participle from tsao, present participle, and kai egenome nekros, literally I became dead, or perhaps I became a corpse, or I became dead. Kai idu, and behold, tson amy. This is an interesting periphrastic use here. This is a participle again from tsao. So I am living. So it's using the sort of the way we do it in modern English, where we use the verb to be with the participle. Greek, the writer could have just said I am alive, just using the verb tsao, but he's chosen to use a periphrastic form here, which is not bad Greek. It's perfectly okay, I think, if you see it in various places. So I am living, eis tus ionas ton ionon, unto the ages of the ages. Kai ego tas kles, this is a plural here, I have the keys of death, and of heidu, and of Hades. Hades was originally, of course, God, the brother of Zeus, who gets the underworld as his realm, and then the word by this stage simply becomes the word for Hades, perhaps mistranslated, I don't know, by hell or something in some of the modern translations, but it is actually Hades. Exactly what the Greeks thought about this at this stage, I'll leave the commentators to discuss. So I have the keys of death and of Hades. Grapson, aorist imperative, from grapho. Write therefore that which you see. Again, we're getting ha, ha, and ha here. Greek likes to do things in triples. That's just something that's sometimes called a rising tricolor or tricolon. So the things which you see, which you saw, it's an aorist from Adon. So write therefore the things which you saw, and the things which are. Now we've got neuter plural and plural verb. Normally after a neuter plural you would put a singular verb, and he does in the next bit. Again, it's not always consistent with the language here. So write the things which you saw, the things which are, and the things which are about, neuter plural singular verb. Genesthai, to take place or to happen, from ginomai, metatauta, after these things. Tomusterion ton hepta asteron, hus edes epites dexias mu kaitas hepta lupnias tas krusas. The mystery, the mysterion of the 7 stars, whose which you saw, epites dexias mu. Now, dexias just means on my right. So we often have to supply, it's feminine, we often have to supply the verb for hand here, on my right hand, which is why it's feminine. So the things which you saw at my right hand, and the 7 lupnia, the 7 golden lampstands, accusative plural here, and then the 7 stars are understood. Hang on, there's the are here. They are the angeloi. These are the angels or messengers or angels of the 7 churches. And the interesting stylistic expression here, it's literally the lampstands, the 7 of them, 7 churches are. So it's a nice example of what's called a chiasmus, where you've got the word order reverses. So the 7 lampstands are the 7 churches, is what it means. But he puts the 2 heptas together. It's quite just a stylistic thing. And that's the short video, but that's the end of chapter 1.